party animals. hiphiprenee here today with a brand new speed build for you, and we are still in Strangerville, surprisingly enough. God, this build, guys. I had a time with this one, and I'm not sure why. I'm going to start off by apologizing because there are no screenshots of this build at the end of this video. It's literally, I just forgot to take them, and I wanted to make sure I was getting this video out on time, and if I wanted to do that, there was no way of getting screenshots and also getting the video out on time. So I do apologize that there are no screenshots of this build, but I had so many problems trying to build on this lot, and I don't know why. On my channel, I have always, and even just, normal everyday kind of building, I have always really enjoyed building trailers and building trailer parks. It's one of my favorite things to do in the game. But for some reason, going on to this lot, I don't know if it's the smaller area around it and I really wanted to try and match what was happening in the general area of this build, or if I just maybe wasn't in the right mindset to do a build of this type when I was doing it. I actually built this yesterday, and I don't know, I was having a really hard time trying to figure out exactly where I wanted this build to go. I kind of started off with the idea that I did want it to be a gross rundown trailer home. I wanted it to, kind of have the vibe that you had with Slip 42, which is the original house that is on this lot. And then the more I was building it, I was like, I feel like I've done a lot of gross builds lately. Maybe I don't quite want to go that direction. And then I looked up a few videos on YouTube to see what other people were doing with trailer homes, and I saw a lot of really cute family-style trailer homes, and I was thinking about going in that direction. And then once I started working on the exterior, I realized how small I had actually built this trailer home. It wasn't what I would consider the typical size for a Sims trailer home, so I kind of scrapped that idea because there was no way that I was fitting a kitchen, living space, dining space, and 2 bedrooms and at least 1 bathroom in this lot. It just wasn't going to happen. So I kind of decided more on the colorful kind of aspect. So I decided to go with this yellow exterior, which I'm pretty sure does stay. I might have changed it. No, I think I changed it to gray, but I did end up going with a little bit more colorful than I was originally anticipating. This is just one of those builds that as I was building, it just kept evolving and evolving into different things, and I just, at no point while I was building this did I ever have a specific direction that I was going in with this build. So you'll notice me throughout this entire video, I'm constantly changing things. I'm constantly trying new things. I did that whole feature wall on the exterior under the carport, and then I decided I absolutely hated it and I wanted nothing to do with it. Now I'm going in, I'm changing up the roofing, I'm changing up the awning, I'm changing up the exterior of the build. I did finally settle on this gray color. I felt like the gray kind of matched the rest of this little area in Strangerville a little bit better than something colorful did, but I don't know, maybe I'm gonna go back in at some point and redo this or try and build a new lot on here. I don't know what my issue was yesterday. I really probably should have just stopped and done something entirely different. But I invested so much time in this build. I was determined by the time I got to this area of the house that I'm going to finish this. I have to see this build through. So I did end up finishing it. It's not my favorite build that I've ever done. I don't think it's terrible. I also don't think it's great. But you guys should know, if you've been on my channel for really any length of time, I am not really one to build something and then not show it off, regardless of how good and or how bad it is at the time. I really like to show people that, I'm not perfect. Not that I think that anybody thinks that I'm perfect, but there is kind of this false conception that people who are on YouTube, just in general, are just these, perfect content producing machines, and everything that they come out with is better than the thing that they have come out with before, and that's just not who I am. Sometimes I go in and I have days where I build something and I look at it and I'm like, wow, what was I thinking? And this is kind of one of those days. Again, I don't think it's a bad build, it didn't turn out the way that I had expected it to, and I think that's something that people who play The Sims and who build in The Sims need to realize. It's okay. Sometimes you're going to go in with this great, fantastic idea and you know exactly what you want, and then you start building it and it just doesn't happen the way that you expect it, and that's okay, because sometimes you're going to go in with one idea and you're going to come out with an entirely different build that maybe you really love, or maybe you put it up on the gallery and other people really love it. So going into the inside of this house, again, I did want this to be a little bit of, it's maybe not the nicest trailer, but it's also not the worst trailer. So they do have some expensive items in here. I would say that the kitchen, besides the cabinets, is pretty well put together. They have a really nice stove, they have a really nice fridge. Going into the bathroom, they actually have the shower tub combo, which I think is really nice. I did use a little bit of the cheaper toilet and the cheaper sink, but again, that's something that I felt fit in with this build really, really well. I did use the the Moschino stuff pack windows, the San Myshuno stuff pack. If that was a thing, I would buy it, not gonna lie. Give me another city style pack, I'm totally into it. But I did use those Moschino windows. I think they look really cute with a trailer. I love the way that they're partially open. It just, oh God, that's all I've ever wanted in The Sims is open windows. It's not all I've ever wanted, but it's something that I've wanted. Open windows is really cool. I think these fit perfectly. I'm going to be using them a lot in my builds because they are really good windows. I would say they're probably top 3 on windows for me. As far as I'm concerned, nothing can beat the Seasons windows. Those windows are the best, and then I would say Strangerville is right after that, and then Moschino Stuff Pack is after that. As far as the windows are concerned, for the doors, Strangerville all the way. Strangerville has the best doors in the game. No one can convince me otherwise. You could literally write me a thesis on why those doors are not the best, and I'd be like, yeah, that's nice, but they are. They're just really good. Again, I'm going to apologize because we're coming towards the end of the build here, and there are no screenshots, but this build is available for download on the gallery if you would like to download it. You can find it under my username, hiphiprenee. Make sure if you enjoyed this video, you give it a thumbs up down below. If you're new here or you're not new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that little bell so you get notifications every single time I post a new video. I will be back on Friday with a new Birthstone Legacy Challenge. I promise. Someone slap me if I don't put it out on Friday. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.